Hey y'all, this is Joanna with My Appalachian Life, and I'm in the kitchen this morning going to make some breakfast for me and Joe. And as you know, I'm on the low carb or keto diet, and I'll put some pictures along in the video of some of the dishes I've been eating to try to stay on that diet. It's really good food. So this morning I'm going to make something I've not done before, and I got the idea on a video on social media. So this is going to be kind of like a breakfast pizza, and I've used a tortilla. It's a two net carb flour tortilla, and it fits in this baking dish I have. The circumference fits real good in that, so I put it in there. I've got 2 eggs. Let me just go ahead and put you down here. I've got 2 eggs with a little bit of heavy whipping cream that I'm going to beat up. Now the video I saw said to put cottage cheese in with your eggs to whip them up. I don't have cottage cheese, so I'm using heavy cream. And then you pour that on top of the tortilla. And then you put a layer of cheese, and all I have is some Parmesan, some Havarti, and extra sharp cheddar. So looks like I've got 1 slice of Havarti. I'm going to put that. If you've never had Havarti cheese, it's delicious, especially with fruits and apples. I'm going to put that 1 slice right there. I've got some salad that I want to use up, so I'm going to put some of this spinach and cabbage around on the top, bell peppers. It doesn't have any onion in here, and I'm not going to cut open a fresh onion just for this dish. So I think that's plenty on top. And I'm going to put more cheese. I've got a little bit of Parmesan left in this bag. Put on there. I like using things up, things that I have. And I'm going to put a little extra sharp cheddar on top of that. I should have sprayed that bowl to help it come out, but we'll see how it does. And then I'm going to put a layer of pepperoni on top. I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees and check it after about 10 minutes. The video didn't say what temperature to bake it on or how long to bake it, so I'm going to check it at 10 minutes. Okay, time is up. It's been in there for a little over 13 minutes. Let's check it. Looks good. I'll show you guys. It's bubbling. So we'll taste it once it cools down a little bit and let you know how we like it. I think once I get it loosened up here, it will come out. No, it's stuck to the bottom too. Okay, lesson learned. Grease your pan that you bake it in. See how it's stuck? Okay, it's cooled down enough to eat, and I remembered I forgot to put any salt and pepper in with the eggs, so I'm going to do that now. But just a little bit of salt, pepper. Joe's got half of this on his plate, along with some leftover sausage gravy from yesterday morning and a biscuit, just in case he doesn't like this.
Exactly.
And he needs to eat it up anyway. So he doesn't care about being on the camera this morning, so it's you got me. So I'm going to taste this. That is very good. Very good. I didn't get a taste of pepperoni in it though. Let me get the pepperoni piece. Here's your fork. Joe will take a bite and you can get the sound effects. Put some pepper on yours. May not need any salt. Alright. I love it. Now you could even leave that tortilla off and just fix the egg and toppings. And I think I'll do that the next time because I don't need those 2 carbs for the tortilla.
It is good.
And we'll have to speak up so they can hear you. What you think about it?
I think it's delicious.
It's kind of like the vegetable omelet I make, isn't it? It's the same sort of ingredients in it. But just use what you have, whatever cheese you have, whatever vegetables you have, or meat. You could put bacon instead of pepperoni. But it's good. Today's breakfast is a cheese-crusted omelet stuffed with vegetables and pepperoni. I'm starting the week out shopping for flowers, and I'm here at Evergreen in Johnson City, and I'm just going to show you a few of the pretty things I like. We'll see what I can find. I love these pots as a centerpiece on my table. This basket is kind of like one I got, but mine has a tabletop and is much heavier than this. That one's $72.99. You could put fire logs in it or a big fern or something. I'm looking for some plants to spruce up an area under a tree and beautify that a little bit more. And along with the plants, I want some type of a hardscape to add to it just for interest. And these are too big, these fountains. Look at the bench with the horses on it. Cute. All these are bird baths. The bunnies are just too small for what I'm looking for. These Blocking deep purple salvias are very pretty. They are $8 for one little pot. I like the concrete statues for the veterans display. Pretty boulder rocks, which I might need, but I wonder how much they are. I need one about this size. Let's see if I can find a price. Well, I'm back in the car from that little experience, and from the prices that I saw on everything in there, I can't afford anything in there, at least not this year. Man, have prices gone up on everything. That one little hard plastic boulder rock, it's just hard plastic. It was $124.99. No, thank you. I'll just find things I have around the house, I guess, and do my projects. Well, I'm back home, and I'm just going to look around, see what I can find to put under that tree. But last night we had a freeze, and I guess it's locust winter now because we had a dogwood winter last week. But I had bought my tomato plants and pepper plants last week, and I had to bring them in last night, and I had planted this little pot of flowers in my rock flower planter. So I've got them sitting here by the door because it's supposed to get down in the low 30s again tonight, so I'll have to bring these two in again. But let's see what we can find to plant under my cherry trees. Here along the side of the house, it's kind of steep, and I have some irises planted here, and I just dug most of them up a couple years ago and decided I didn't really want them there anymore. But I've got this variegated, Venica, I think is what it's called, that I got from my mother's house, and it makes a great ground cover. So I think I will root some of that to put around the cherry tree, and get some of the iris bulbs that I had dug up and saved, and I'll plant them around the cherry tree. And I've got a hosta right here, And I might can divide that and get a hosta plant. And I got another one somewhere else. I'll check and see if it's ready to divide yet. And I have my fertilizer out here, so I'm going to fertilize my hydrangea and my azaleas before they start to bloom. And my lemon balm, look how it has really come back up. And the oregano. And this here is a trillium, or called Jack in the Pulpit. And it's got all kinds of blooms on it coming out. I've got to work in this landscape area and get the weeds up and trim this stuff back. This is another ground cover, and I can't remember what it's called. A friend gave it to me that she brought up from Texas. But it grows, and it has all these little, it's already bloomed, but it has these little yellow flowers on it when it blooms. And this is my Lenten rose, and look, there is a bee. I don't know if that's a hornet or a wasp. I'm going to check my traps to see if they found them and been eating on it yet. Let's check this can. It still feels like it's about half full, and that's how full I put it, so I don't think they found that one. Got another one hanging down here. Check this one. Now that one's very much lighter. It's probably about a fourth full now. So I think they've been drinking out of that one. I hope so. I want rid of these wasps and yellow jackets. Let's go down and check that. Well, let me finish looking up here. My azaleas are budding out. How pretty they're going to be all around the base of the dogwood tree. Like I said, I've got to come and trim a lot of that out. And the dogwood tree is blooming pretty, but it's not in full bloom yet. But look how pretty these blossoms are. Let me get this branch down. Look how pretty. Beautiful color. And there's my other hosta plant. I divided it last year, so I don't think this one's big enough to divide. It looks like it got really kind of cold last night during that freeze, but it'll come back up. Walking down here by the garden shed. I was going to throw this rocker away because it's so old and it's just coming apart and it's broken. But you know what? I think it will be pretty sitting under the cherry tree with all kinds of flowers and stuff around it. So I'm going to use it for that part. Now, here's another bee can. Oh, they've been drinking that one too. It's much lighter. Check these out here by the strawberry patch. Oh, that one's still pretty full. But that one's really light. Oh, that's almost empty. So they've been drinking out of that. Good. All right, let's go to get the iris bulbs. That's one of the carpenter bees. And he doesn't look too healthy. Either he got too cold last night or he's been eating the apple juice and borax solution. I found my iris bulbs and some other bulbs too. And I'm not sure what these are. They're not labeled. They look like they might be tulip bulbs. Hopefully they're still good. I don't know how long they've been in there. But I'm going to wheel this up on the big mattock here to dig the dirt up because it may be kind kind of hard under that tree, but it's all the rain, maybe it won't be too hard to dig. So I'm going up the hill to the big cherry tree, and I'll meet you guys up there. Well, I've dug out a circle around the tree, and I've dug some holes deep enough to plant the bulbs, but look how big this tree is. I'm going to measure it. I can only get my arms about halfway around it. So it's a big old cherry tree. Okay, this bag says Iris Bulbs 2022, so that's when I dug them up from the other location. So I got that one big bag all planted under this tree, and I still have a box of bulbs. And I also planted, I believe they're tulip bulbs, and I've had them for so long I don't know if they will come up or not, but I went ahead and planted them. There was about a dozen of those. But I measured the tree around, and it's 121 inches round. It's a pretty big tree and very tall. Creeping phlox is looking so pretty. I hate it when the blooms are gone. I enjoy them so much. But these are my ant baits. We've got so many ants running around, and I'm trying to keep them out of the house. So this is an old cat food can. I put a little bit of honey and a little bit of boric acid, and it kills them. They come to eat it, and it kills them. Cheap fix. Well, I'm at Walmart looking for their plants, and they seem to have a really good selection. And I'm finding exactly what I was looking for. These little dianthus. I needed one that I killed last year, so I got a few of those. And the hostas. Where were the hostas? Anyway, I have them in my buggy. Some hostas. And these, I think the foliage is so pretty, and look at that long stem that's about to bloom. And that's what it is. Indigo frost, agapanthus. I don't know, but that will be pretty under the cherry tree. So I'm pleased. Look at these beautiful African daisies I found at Lowe's yesterday. Back in the back on the clearance racks. I don't know why they were marked down, but they're just beautiful. And I think I paid $8 for this whole basket. It was reduced. I think I still have the tag. I'll have to look and see. But I think they are a perennial, and I just put them in this flower pot that I had, and they're sitting on my deck. I love them. There's the tag from the African daisies. Originally $16.98, but I paid $8 for them. African daisy.